Hey, welcome back. This is a do-over of week 3. I had some audio issues last week, and I think you could get the general gist, but I just wanted to do over and have it be right. So we're going to jump into a clip here that I did in probably lesson 1 of just doing sound tests with my voice and cleaning it up. So let's just take a quick listen to it. This is another inside test. There's a fan and air conditioning going on. Same again, DSLR camera. So we can hear that we've got a lot of noise, and if we look down here, we can see this. Again, this is the spectral display right here, so we can toggle that on and off. So we can basically see all this noise inside of here, all this purple stuff. So we would do a noise print. So this is just kind of rehashing what we did before. We would get noise reduction process, capture noise print, select entire file, and then tweak any of our settings we want down here into the advanced. This is another inside test. There's a fan and air. Okay, say apply. Now there's also still sounds in there from the air conditioning. This is another inside test. There's a fan in it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove that by going to noise reduction, and we're gonna go to dehummer. And since we're in the States, if you're not in the States, you probably want to pick 50. We're going to pick 60 hertz because everything's based on the 60 cycle current. And let's just play it and click the output, and we should hear it. So we get some major hum, so I'm just going to click apply, and you have to uncheck output hum only, or that's all you'll get. So click apply. So we've done that. This is another inside test. There's a fan and air conditioning going on. So that sounds better. We want to move on to EQ. And we'll go to EQ, filters, EQ, parametric equalizer. And let's just click defaults. So you can go in here and boost frequencies, cut frequencies. Typical things that you would do are high pass and low pass. So low pass is going to roll off everything off the volume. It's cutting in here around 110. You can see that right here. That's the frequency, so we can move the frequency around. As we play with this, we're gonna boost it or cut it. And the Q is the width, how wide this is. So people generally say boost wide and cut narrow. So when you're boosting sounds, you do a big gradual kind of a hill, and when you're cutting sounds, it's a narrow trough to cut out the sound. There's also low pass, which would roll off the high end. So if we're in a noisy environment, it's just voices, this is gonna help with noise some. I could also go over here and just roll off both and dial in this frequency. There's not much in the voice below 80. Generally, that's just gonna be room rumble. Same thing with high frequencies. If you're not in a professional environment, a lot of this stuff's just gonna be kind of noise and hiss. Same again, DSLR camera. So as you listen to this, you can basically drag these frequencies around to kind of get a sense how it's going to sound. Recording audio with a fan and air conditioning in the background. So you can hear there what it's doing when it's boosting, cutting. There's also some presets. We could do vocal enhancer. This is really designed more for a controlled space, but you can see it's rolling off the low end to get rid of the rumble. Sometimes people get boomy in here. Again, you're going to have to play with this with the person's voice. And then they're boosting brightness up in here, up in this range. Sometimes people call it, they use an exciter to brighten this area up. We can listen to it. Let's just define a range. This is another inside test. There's a fan and air conditioning going on. Same again, DSLR camera. This is another inside test. We could also play with this, so we could drag this little notch around. So if we wanted to see kind of where it fits for my voice. Fan and air conditioning going on. Same again, DSLR camera. Recording audio with a fan and a fan. So you can tweak it like that. Now, what I don't like about the parametric EQ is that you don't see the signal as it's playing. So if you want to do that under special, there's one called mastering. And mastering actually gives you EQ And it's just a basic EQ. It lets you do basically low shelf and high shelf, and that's what we were talking about before, low pass and high pass. So I could basically go in here and do the same thing, but the beauty of this is it'll play and we can see it. And the air conditioning going on, same again, DSLR camera. If you want more control than what the mastering effect offers, we could just close that. And I'm going to apply effects using the effects rack. This is helpful if you want to be able to see multiple effects at once. There's a free plugin you can download from Plugin Boutique. Blue Cat Audio has a frequency analyzation where you can just see what's happening. So let's just play it. Same again, DSLR camera. So I can play it, I can see it. I've got a couple options here on how to see my image. So this is pretty handy. And then just go to your second one, move this out of the way. Now we could go and we could do parametric. And then now we can see both of them at once. So we can see what we're doing over here and then adjust it over here. So this is how I like to work. This helps you figure out what frequencies you should be cutting and boosting. So that's an overview on working with EQ. And then next week, we're going to look at working with compression.